Hey up there, it's 27th of November 2012. Time is around about 10 to 2, something like that. Yeah, so I think it's 10 to 2. I ain't got a watch on me. And my laptop isn't switched on. I think it's around about 10 to 2. Just got in from night. Well, just got up from nights. It hasn't stopped raining here for the last 36, 48 hours. Just constant. We've got some of the counties down south are underwater. Really, people have been evacuated by the emergency services and environment agency. So it's not really good for them people down there. We're all right up here at the moment. There's no real dramas. Yeah, so I've got in from nights this morning, and went on YouTube, and one of my friends, one of the lads I watch, a lad called Armoured Cockroach, was on one of his videos about an interview he done with Radio London. Shout out to you, mate. Very, very good interview. Very grown up, and the interviewers never went on about zombies or bullets and big guns and everything. They were quite sensible about it. And Cockroach, or Roach, sorry, Mike, I think your real name is. Well done, mate. All right, you held your own, and like I said, it's a very, very good interview. Leading on to that, there's a National Geographical show on tomorrow night, which is the 28th. I'm not really sure what time it is. It might be around about 9 o'clock, something like that. You'd have to check for your own regions. And that's about UK preppers. And it'll be interesting to see the comparison. Obviously, we haven't got ARs and AKs and everything, so we take that out of the equation. And really, we haven't got a lot of room to manoeuvre when it comes to bugging out, considering we've got anything between 50 and 70 million people on this little island. We're not really sure how many people we've got, because we've never had a positive and enforceable immigration policy, at least since I've been an adult. And we've never really had a grown-up debate about immigration. I think that's where a lot of the problems stem from, because you bring it up, you put your hand up and say, well, what about immigration? Automatically, you're a racist. I'm not a racist. I'm just a quite practical person, that an island can only hold so many people. But that's for the our Politico masters in Westminster to sort out. So, I'm a Cockroach. Well done, mate. Hopefully the Nat Geo UK preppers won't make us all to look like loonies. I know our hobbies are a bit unique at times, and a lot of people bury their heads and don't want to admit what's going on. We've got Greece, who have just been given another load of money. And as I've said in one of my other videos, if I was Stavros, living in Athens, I'd be kicking off as well. I'd be outrighting, because my way of life has just been totally wiped out. But that's coming to a city near you, a town near you. The plain fact is, they're kicking the can down the road again. Eventually, as I've said before, they won't be able to kick the can. And the people the people are going to want to pay the money back, all these trillions of pounds or dollars, or euros. People want this money back, even though it's fictitious money. But that's for another discussion. But at the end of the day, people are starving in Athens. It's a European country. It's the seat of or the birthplace of democracy, and there's people dragging stuff out of bins to eat. Doctors are running out of medication. That's not on, if you ask me. It's a Western country, a first world country, which is being thrown back into the third world. It's not on at all. But that's getting a bit political, so I'll stop myself there. But it goes to prove how quickly your lifestyle, everything you hold dear, can just be destroyed. And as you know, as I've said in my other videos, there's hang on, I'm just burning me back here on this thing. At the minute, I'm burning some of the wood that I collected from the lake pond thing, burning some of the deadfall. I've had it here a couple of days drying out inside, a little bit of it, and it's burning great, lovely stuff. Yeah, so as I've said, I'm in a village of just over 2,000, and within the village, I've got what I call a four-family group, a four-family clan. This is us, myself, my family, my best friend who's another ex-squaddie and works with me at times. He's part of my family, and we've got another three families in the village. One of them's the farmer whose land I use, who's a pig farmer, by the way. Smelly animals, but nice to work with. It's good to be outdoors with them. Yeah, so we've got our four, what I call the four family clan, and we've all got skills. One of them, one of the lads is a fireman. His wife's a cook for a big company. She's not a chef. She doesn't like being called a chef. She's a cook, and she does some wicked meals. And I even give her preppy stuff, dehydrated stuff, and and make something out of that. And she's come up with some really decent meals, in the past. The other lads, like I said, he's a pig farmer. His wife's a senior nurse or a nurse practitioner. I'm not really sure what to call them these days. And his daughter's away at uni at the moment. I think she's on her last year of doctor training, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, she's training to be a doctor. The other family, the lad's like an engineer, who's a bit of a MacGyver. You give him a project, you say, how can this be done, or can we do this, or this needs fixing, and fair play to that, he'll crack on with it and get it done. So yeah, he's part of the group. So if I need anything making, really, I'll go to him and say, right, how does this do? How do I do this? How can I fix that? And he'll teach me, or he'll show me how to do it. Or he'll just say, right, this is what you need. This is how we can do it. Very, very good lad. Very very talented. So yeah, so this is part of the group that I've not established, because we're all friends. But it does come down to community groups, and this is what's happening in Greece. I believe there's a lad on YouTube who's about what happened in Argentina, which is only a few years ago that they had the economic collapse, and now the families and the districts or the neighbourhoods, formed defensive packs and mutual support packs, and that's what I can see happening when things go wrong. But talking about that, I've recently got back in contact with a friend of mine who I've known for some time, but I haven't seen him face to face in a number of years. So shout out to you, Big G. And what we've been doing is talking. He's just started out in prepping. Starting out in prepping, yeah, but he's got 8 to 12 people to prep for. And it's quite a daunting thing when you first start, as you'll know, the majority of you. But as I've said to him, give people responsibility and break it down into sections. The first thing is decided is to bug in. So that's great. That's what I'm doing. That's what a lot of people do. In the UK, we haven't got room to manoeuvre. So we haven't got miles and miles of wilderness and forestry and and Bambi in there and everything like that. So we can't go. I'm not prepared to take my family into the woods like Bear Grylls living off squirrel shit. I'm sorry, it just won't work in this country. We haven't really got the climate. At a push, yeah, you might have to do it. I've got skills that'll allow me to do that, but it's not going to be very comfortable and very long term. Eventually, you're going to have to find a hard shelter and take it from there. But my plan is to hunker down here and have enough supplies for 3 to 6 months. And wait for the worst to pass over. Or in fact, won't be here at my house. It'll be over at the farm, because that's the plan. Is we relocate to the farm, which is just over the back. But yeah, so I've got talking to my friend Gary, And we swapped postcodes, and we've had a look around each other's areas on Google Maps. And I do advise you do that with somebody you know and trust type of thing, because they'll pick up on different things. I've done it a while back, and the lad I did it with picked up we've got another village just down the road. It's part of the same parish group, but in that village, it's part of a national what they call it. Fuel storage or a national fuel pipeline, I think it's called. And they've got three tanks, they've got six tanks. I think it's diesel, petrol, and aviation fuel. And what happens is it gets pumped in there, stored up, but it's a constant flow thing. And if there's an emergency or a break in the line, they stop the line, and they've got it stored up, or they can divert it elsewhere. So we've got that just in the next village, which is still part of this village group and parish group, sorry, and part of our village really. We class ourselves as the one village, even though it's a different name. Just get somebody else to have a look at your general area. I didn't realise it was there. I'd seen it but didn't know what it was. I thought it was something to do with the factory further down the road. So now I know we've got this facility. So yes, I mean, my friend, I'd had a look around on Google where he was, and we found a nice big manor house. He didn't know about the manor house, but I don't know if it slipped his mind. And less than 2 miles away from his house, which is an old manor house. Most of them are built with defence in mind. It's built in on stable times. It's got a large reservoir just over the road from it, so with thick walls, small windows. There's already, from what we can see on Google Maps, there's already an established garden, and walled vegetable gardens. So yes, that's an opportunity for him to. I think he's going to go and do a recce of it. I think it's owned by some trust at the minute, so he'll go and have a look at that. The heater here that's burning me back at the minute. Our gas central heating we haven't got a combi boiler. We've got two separate heaters. One for the hot water, which is still working fine. A really old system, but just keeps chugging along. And then a new system that we had put in place 7 years ago. So it's out of its warranty. Totally knackered. I've had somebody in to look at it, and they want £1,500 to fix it. I ain't got £1,500 just to fix it. I'm not going to put it on the credit card. This heater here, if I run it, the chimney breast goes straight up, splits into the two bedrooms. My bedroom, we've got no carpet down, we've just got polished wooden floors. So the heat rises from here straight through the two bedrooms. Tickety-boo, no problem. So the only place in the house really that doesn't get any warmth is my little girl's bedroom and the bathroom. So instead of paying £1,500, I've just gone out to one of the shops and bought an electric, oil-filled radiator. I'll just leave that on a timer. It works. We've had it on for the last couple of days. And the reason I haven't made any videos is because my little girl has had me camera without telling me. She just took it and she's been taking pictures of her Barbie collection and her Moshi Monsters. Every time I've asked where's my camera, all of a sudden nobody knows about it. But I found it, so that's why I'm back online now. Yeah, so this here we're having some pretty bad weather in the country, in the UK at the moment. High winds and a lot of water. Like I said here, it hasn't stopped for the last 48 hours. So this is already paying for itself. So we say heating the house, and all I've had to do, instead of £1,500, I paid £60 for a heater, and that'll tick over. I know people saying, your electricity bill go up, but the electricity bills and the gas bill, so it's like that really, it swings and roundabouts. So everybody keep on prepping. Have a look at Armoured Cockroach's site, which I'll try and link in somehow.